of Rubbing Minds First, we'll have a conversation about Punch newspapers' stand on this administration. I'm joined by two amazing personalities. First, Mr. Isime Esene.
Hi.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Fantastic. And we're also joined by Mr. Temidayo Sidiq. Thank you for joining us. So I believe you've both seen the statement by the Punch newspaper. They said, as a symbolic demonstration of our protest against autocracy and military-style repression, Punch and all its platforms, which includes punchenergy.com, Punch Sports, and the others, will henceforth prefix Buhari's name with his rank as a military dictator in the 80s, Major General, and refer to his administration as a regime until they purge themselves of their insufferable contempt for the rule of law. So what do you think about it?
I think in simple terms, what Punch is trying to do is to let everyone know that we shouldn't deceive ourselves. If you're going to act as a dictator, then let's recognize you as a dictator. If you're going to be a democratic president, then let's address you as that. So we shouldn't, it's symbolic a gesture that lets everybody know that this is what we think you are going by your actions. So let's not deceive ourselves. So that's exactly what they're trying to say.
What do you think, Bob? What do you think they're trying to communicate with this stand?
I'll draw the line that which is that you cannot pretend to be something and do and act the other way. I'm just going to add that for me it's the best thing that has come out of papers since for a very long time now, because this is leadership coming from the fourth estate of the realm, which is what we are as media people. We cannot just sit back and watch things. If the judiciary, whose temple of justice for every one of us, is being desecrated and they can't say anything, I mean, then the fourth estate of the realm has to take up the challenge and see it as it should. I was very excited by it actually.
All right, fantastic. So Mr. Femi Adesina, who's a special advisor on media and publicity to President Muhammadu Buhari, had a few words to say. He says, if you decide to call him Major General, he wasn't dashed the rank, he earned it. So you're not completely out of order. The fact that you can do so is even another testimony to press freedom in Nigeria. Do you think, how does this stand by Punch newspaper impact press freedom in Nigeria? And what do you even think about this statement by Mr. Femi Adesina?
Yeah, I think he kind of displays a lack of depth of the issues. What Punch is trying to say is that, if you recall, the president said he's, during the elections, he said he's a reformed Democrat, because a lot of people said he's a dictator, he did this while he was head of state. So the president himself said that he's a reformed Democrat. So what this Punch editorial is saying is that the president is not being true to his words, that he's not a man of his words, that he's being shifty and is not being true to his words. That is what he is saying, that if you are not being truthful to the people that you lead, then there's a problem somewhere, and we should recognize it as a problem. So there's no, what Femi Adesina is saying is that what it shows is that it doesn't particularly understand the depth of the issues. So it's not about, whether it was this, is that, or whatever. It doesn't, it's just beyond, it's away from the point. And it should recognize that. It needs to recognize that.
Do you think what Mr. Femi Adesina says is away from the point, like Mr. Smith?
Precisely, that's what it is, because the problem I have with the analyst of the president, so to speak, is the fact that it would appear that press freedom is a privilege that has been granted us. You could read that statement. It's insulting to say that for Punch to be able to call him Major General, which he earned, that reflects the fact that there's press freedom. That's bullshit. Because when you look at it from the reasons of it, in a military regime, in an autocracy, in a dictatorship, the press still exists. It's just that they are censored to do the biddings of the super authority, the person in power. So, and that's what we are seeing in this case. You need to read the Punch editorial clearly to see what they were trying to explain. He made mention of Decree 2, he made mention of Decree 4, that the exact operation mechanism, the operations of the DSS as at now is the same thing with what was happening in 1984. So, I mean, I'm very appalled by what Femi Adesina And to think of the fact that Femi Adesina is somebody from the media who has now become on the other, who has joined the other side, for him to sound like this, I mean, it's a total disgrace.
All right. So do you think this stand by the Punch newspaper would birth more like a revolution or news, like the need for other media firms, other media organizations to also take a stand and do likewise?
So I think the media has always done its job. Before the Punch newspaper editorial, Why Naija did an editorial some days ago, which talked about, on Saturday, we talked about Showore. So many people should go and read that. Exactly what was said in that editorial is being echoed in this Punch editorial. So the media has done a lot. If not, a lot of media people won't be detained or in jail at this moment. If you recall, a lot of people, what is happening in Cross River State and other places. So the media is doing its job. What we need is that critical mass for a lot of people to come out and know that, okay, yes, this is what is happening, and these are the issues, and these issues need to be discussed. So the media's job is to place things into perspective, which, like, this is what is being done, and to let people see, and that is exactly why we're talking about it.
So for you?
Yeah, it's the same. We must commend Punch very well. It would seem like what they did is easy, but it's not easy, knowing the way this government has clamped down on every voice of dissent. So there's a part of the Punch at the beginning talked about the fact that it will seem like Nigerians have resigned to a state of helplessness. So it's more like every violation that takes place, every violation of human rights, we keep quiet and say, oh, well, that's it, let's just endure for 4 years. That's been a narrative that's been going on. But what they are saying is that we will not join others to lament. We are going to actually come out and say no to what's going on. And the major difference between what Punch did and what Why Naija did on Saturday with the editorial they put out is that Punch went a step ahead to put forward a point of action. The point of action is that calling him for what it is. Yeah, the Why Naija editorial was direct at him, said so many things about what this means for us as a people. I mean, talking about the Showore's rearrest and the brazen manner the DSS went about the rearrest. So I am glad to see that everyone is finally coming to terms with the fact that this situation that we are is a very terrible situation, and like Edmund Burke said, the only thing for evil to triumph is for good people to keep quiet and do nothing about it.
Fantastic quote. So to round this off, one word to describe the state of this stance. One word to describe it. What comes to mind when you saw the first one word that comes to mind when you saw the stand?
What we saw?
The stand by the Punch newspaper. One word.
It is bold. That's it. Bold.
Bold. The word.
It's innovative and it's daring. That's what it is.
Daring and innovative. So I would like to get your thoughts on this. Go right down in the comment section and tell us what you think about the stand by the Punch newspaper.